Okay, good day. Thank you so much for joining our virtual class. So I will be your online learning coordinator for this subject, social issues and professional practice. So to start with our discussion, we will of course begin with this module, the module one, morality and law. Okay, so the learning outcomes for this module are the following. We have to define, or we should be able to define morality and law and identify the differences between each. Determine the elements that make up the moral system. Determine the differences of the philosophical study of morality from studying morality from the perspectives of religion and law. Determine the roles of classic and contemporary ethical theories and the analysis of moral issues involving cyber technology. So we will go back to um, the classic and contemporary ethical theories in order for us to understand these moral issues. Okay, again, that involves cyber technology. So the main topic that we have to discuss or understand is morality, and in order for us to understand that, we have to uncover the following topics, such as rules of conduct, the moral system, and the moral code. So let us start defining morality first. Okay, so um, these are social conventions about right and wrong that are so widely shared that they become the basis for an established consensus. It builds character traits as well in people. It can have strong disagreements over important moral issues. Of course, we do have our own personal beliefs about what is right and wrong. We do have different religions as well. We do have different cultures, so we may disagree with a certain issue as well. Okay, so to continue with that, let's talk about the rules of conduct. So we do have directives, which is micro-ethical, and social policies, which is macro-ethical level. So the rules of conduct in moral systems or system are evaluated against standards called principles. So for example, proprietary software should not be copied without permission. So it's also the same as if you download or install an unlicensed software. If there's a need for you to, or if it is a prerequisite for you to get the or to purchase that software first, or the license of that software, then you should buy that license first before you download and install that into your computer. So something like that. Okay. And we also have the moral system, such as public, informal, rationality, and impartial. So everyone must know what the rules are that define it when we talk about public moral system. Informal, no formal authoritative judges presiding over it. Rationality, no special knowledge involved, understood by all. So even a child will be able to understand that. Impartial, the moral rules are ideally designed to apply equitably to all participants in the system. So basically, for equality, you have to do this. All right. And then, what is moral code? Let us define that. Okay. When we talk about moral code, then we are also talking about the rules or norms within a group of people for what is proper behavior for the members of that group. So basically, norms is equivalent to, or is equivalent to rule, standard, or measure. Complex definitions of right and wrong that are based upon well defined, take note of that, based upon well defined groups' value systems. Okay, so that's basically moral code. So we do have these universally observed moral codes, or basically principles or theories, like the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The silver rule: do or do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. The bronze rule: repay kindness with kindness as well. We have also the iron rule, do unto others as you like before they do it unto you. The tin rule, pay homage to those above you and intimidate those below you. And we also have the nepotism rule, um, which of course you have to give precedence in all things to close relatives and do as you like to others. Okay, so we also have this main topic as well, law. And in order for us to understand that, we have to uncover these topics: defining law and types of law. So, what is law? As we all know, that law is a rule of conduct or an action recognized by custom or decreed by a formal enactment, like again, formal enactment. All right, community or group. Two types of law we do have: the natural law and the conventional law. Let's talk about the natural law first. It is unwritten but universal law. So basically, you may be able to follow it without, any form of writing. The anchor of our rights of self preservation, liberty, and property. Okay, so that's what we call natural law. All right. So, what is conventional law on the other hand? It is created by and for human beings, of course. It is from that part of the enforceable moral code that varies from different society and culture. So, depending, of course, on the society and the culture of that society. So, we do have the two forms, like declarative, simply restates what the natural law declares. We also have determinative, fixes ways of acting in accordance with natural law. So, to continue with the discussion, all right, let's talk about the differences between morality and law. So, when we talk about morality and law, these are the main differences. When it comes to code and law making process, law, these are enacted by authorities like councils of elders, something like that. All right. These are, while on the other hand, moral, these are developed by all members of a society. When it comes to enforcement, law is being enforced by the authority that enacted them, while moral is self-enforced. Okay. Nature of punishment, of course, when we talk about law, punishable by penalties that depend on type, nature, and severity of the action. So that depends on how severe the violations you've made. Okay. Moral judgment is usually based on the individual's perception of what that society's morality. All right. So when we talk about conflict resolution, used to resolve interpersonal conflicts in society, that's law. While moral, on the other hand, is used to harmonize interpersonal conflicts. We also have the types of judgment cannot normally govern what is in the person's heart. Basically, it will not touch your heart or a human's heart. While moral passes judgment on a person's intentions and character based on what is in a person's heart. So basically, guys, that is the discussion that we should have for module one. Thank you so much for joining the virtual class. I hope that I will still be able to see all of you on our next meeting. Keep safe always and stay healthy.